In this Uniqlo homepage, I will be analyzing this website using the three meta functions, which is the ideational, interpersonal, and the textual. In terms of ideational, this homepage website consists of the tabs on top, which which differs in the gender and the type of clothes that we are looking out for. And there is the Uniqlo logo here, okay, because it's a Japanese brand also. There's a Japanese characters here, and also the logo, which can be read in alphabets. And at the top right hand side of the home page, there is also guides for first time users to use, whether they can use the help button, or they can even change the language to a different language if they are at different parts of the world. Okay, and if they want to look for specific things, they can search this keyword here, or if they have an account, they can log in, or some clothes that they liked before, they can just quickly view it. And then there is a cart here where they can check out their purchases. So based on the slides and the lecture given before, we need to analyze the ideational process. This Uniqlo website is one of the necessary things to analyze is to identify whether this website is complete with information or not. So and from understanding from the website, I understand that this information is complete in this home page because this is specific to buying of clothes and other things. So this is complete because they have the different types of clothes for different gender is easily available, or we can actually type a keyword for them to quickly, if the users they want to search for the clothes quickly. Okay, so so all these complete. Furthermore, it can also, from this part, we can also accommodate to different languages if from all over the world. Okay, so for the modes that were being used in, okay, they are using two different modes, which is the pictures and also the text. They are using the different modes to convey information and different collections of clothes. I personally think that all this information is complete except for one tiny bit of information that they may want to include. For example, for myself, I'm a frequent user of Uniqlo website to purchase my clothes. There is a caption, or there is a policy where the clothes are not available, the sizes, some sizes are not available in the store. It is only available in the store online. So that means if you want to order the size XS or triple XL, it can only be mentioned, it can only be bought online. This caption, I believe, should be stated in the homepage and not at it's just to preempt the readers so that the they will be able to plan their purchases early, and plan their purchases strategically. Okay, so that is for ideational. For relational, so for the relational processes, it involves the relationship between the web designer and the web user, how the web designer want the web user to view this homepage. It is actually quite friendly for first time users and also frequent users. All right, because I see that the collection of clothes, the users are able to look at the clothes that they would want to wear, and then at the side here, and then there's also the type of clothes that the type of clothes, yeah, the name of the clothes. The prices are also mentioned here. So if we scroll down to the different slides, um, we can see still the type of clothes and the the name of the clothes. Okay, the same goes. Okay, yep, and the different collections. Yep, and okay, so um most important of all, the first slide itself, it already shows an announcement here which states that it highlights the special promotions and discounts for certain collections of clothes. So navigating through the homepage, it is actually user friendly, um, and also if we scroll through the tab, there's no need for us to click. It immediately open up to the different types of clothes that we want to search for. Furthermore, at the side over here, the side here, there are featured items when they can users can look for new arrival clothes just to get into the trend. Yeah. So in addition to their navigating through the pins, these tabs also, it is easy for the users to go to different age group to look for their clothes. At the end of the slide, there is also this the web designer, uh, being an employee of Uniqlo, also wants to create awareness of how to reduce pollution and help safe environment. So Uniqlo being a popular clo- clothing brand, although they make a lot of clothes, they are also trying to champion this campaign of to reduce the ocean garbage from the disposal of clothes. Scrolling back towards the end of the page, so that's not the end of the page, this is the end of the page, and further below, the web designer also wants the readers of this Uniqlo website to try out their Uniqlo app, where they can actually order also online. and there are also many other information on the news, on accounts that you have, and some help some help guides where if you want to inquire about the written policy, it's also there. In terms of textual process, going on to the textual process, the home page is organized in a way that highlights the popular clothes first. So the most popular clothes and the trending one will be highlighted first, and basically from this picture itself I can see that the picture is almost 50% of the whole image. Yeah, so it really shows it's the salience of the picture, the clothes here. Then looking at the different slides, I can see that the salient point here is, although Uniqlo is a Japanese brand, they are accommodating to different races. As you can see from all the models here, this looks like an Asian girl, looks like an Eurasian, and then there is also um, a, a, a male here and a female here. The male is actually of a different skin color. So um, that is the salient points that is being made here. It's also to attract to reader that the brand is accommodating to different cultures, and also different fashion trend of different cultures. So just to give an example, if I remember correctly, that time, back when I think it was I think 1 or 2 weeks before Hari Raya, Uniqlo also released, or they put in a new clothes that is befitting the Malay culture, uh, almost similar to the baju kurung. We call it the kurta, the kurta. Yeah, so Uniqlo is actually um, looking at trends from different cultures and incorporating it in. Yeah. And another salient point that came up prominently is um, how the tab and most of the characters here, if you look closely, most of the characters here are female. The women, and the tab here, the women comes first, then the men, kids and baby. The reason behind this, probably, one may think that, hey, it is to justify rights of a woman. But I think because this is a clothes store and a lot of clothes, they are arranged as such, and the models are mostly, once you enter the homepage, it is already showing pictures of girls wearing, ladies wearing different types of clothes. There is a reason to that. Most probably is because women have the most is uh, is the most has the most spending power. So the women are more prone to do shopping more than the men, the kids, and the babies. So that is why the pictures, once you come into the homepage, it definitely shows the women, and then after that, the girls. Yep. Okay. So it's probably because of the spending power, and not because of well, maybe it's because this is a Japanese brand. Um, recalling from the culture in Japan, the women not treated equally as men. So I don't think that the women being the first one here, and the women being portrayed in the images is part of the reason, of having equality. But maybe the most prominent reason, and deliberately, it is telling us that women have more spending power and they tend to shop more. So of all the three uh, processes I have mentioned, ideational, relational, and also textual. Ideational is mainly about how the information here is actually complete, because uh, users can quickly search for a word, or they can immediately go to the past. When they are viewing, they might have liked a type of clothes, where they can easily access it, or they can actually look at the cart to look at the purchases. And it is all organized properly. If I think promotional wise, I think if they have promotions, it is already stated on the homepage, and then there are tabs, and also the Uniqlo brand, so to know that, hey, this is the Uniqlo brand, it's not other brands. Yeah. Okay, so that's for ideational. For representational, I could see that the web designer um, include different collection of clothes, and then after that, they show the picture, and then there is also the type of clothes here. Yep. And then in textual wise, in terms of salience, I could see that uh, most of the models here are female in their gender, probably because the spending power of the women is more as compared to men, kids, and babies. uh, yep. Thanks.
Okay, so let's talk about the hypertextuality of this Uniqlo website. So in terms of the ideational function, the Uniqlo icon on the is a icon on the top left. There's the main navigation zone. So this main navigation zone uh is a functions as a opens up different catalogs just by hovering over it. And then if you click on a specific item, it brings you to the collection of these catalogs. So let's say we look at the man t-shirt long sleeve, it brings you directly to the catalog for man t-shirt long sleeves. And by clicking on this Uniqlo icon, it brings you back to the home page for the ease of navigation. Okay. Then now we look at the main navigation zone. So the main navigation zone functions by scrolling. So by scrolling up and down, I can filter between broad clothing categories. And by clicking on the next button, I can look at different themes or styles from the same category. So, for example, let's take a look at Disney pajama collection. So I click on the shop now icon and it brings me to the catalog for Disney pajamas. And if let's say I just go back down, click the next NYC pop icons, it brings me to the catalog for all the NYC pop icons, all the graphic t-shirts. Okay. Then if let's say I choose a specific product, I click on the icon, it will bring me to the product information. So on the right, we will have all the pictures, the sample pictures of the product. And then on the left, you have the scroller to scroll through these pictures as well. Further down, we have the description area. So the description area has a few drop-down lists which basically describes describes the product itself. Okay. Then finally, if we go to the bottom navigation zone, let's go scroll to the bottom. Yeah. We scroll to the bottom. Oh, let's scroll to the bottom. We'll see this bottom navigation zone. So this bottom navigation zone links to non-conventional information. So information that is beyond the product catalog. So for example, let's click on information. So this is about Uniqlo, right? And if we look at other sorts of information, sorry, give me a moment. So you can see this website is not very easy to navigate. Okay, so let's say we go to the help section, right? If we click on anything within the help section, we notice that a new tab is open as compared to if we chose a catalog item which just opens the catalog on the existing tab. So this will tie into the interpersonal function that we'll talk about later. Okay, so now let's go back to the help function. So the help has different categories of help requests that a user might face. Okay, now we talk about the interpersonal function. So the interpersonal function is quite limited because every button you click, most of the buttons you click just takes you to a specific item catalog. But this ties in with the purpose of, this website, which is to help the viewers navigate around this online catalog, with the target audience being shoppers who will purchase potential Uniqlo customers. Okay, then the idea behind the idea behind being able to click on a item at the bottom of the navigation zone, opening a new tab, right, makes it such that even after they go to a different, even after they try to figure out something new through the help, can always go back to the old tab to look at the items that they were looking through at first. So it helps them to return to whatever catalog item that they were interested in. So this is for ease of access. And in terms of textual function, there really isn't much textual function. It's just very basic white background so that it's easy to see the products. Yep. So that's about it for the hypertextuality of the Uniqlo website.